Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Thank you so much for people who are going to stop by and join the live, and an amazing thank you for the people who are going to watch afterwards. I also want to thank my 23 followers. I remembered when I first started my YouTube channel, and I remembered when I hit 50 subscribers. I was super ecstatic and super happy. And over the years, definitely I grew the channel. So it feels a little kind of like new for Instagram because I am definitely starting from scratch all over again. However, there's always like a new start, a new beginning for everything. So I'm super excited. And I really want to thank my 23 followers that are here on the channel. Whether you are coming directly from my YouTube channel, I say a huge hello because I know so many of my YouTube people are always very, very eager to hear my points of views regarding Haiti and regarding, what's taking place, not necessarily taking place at the present moment, but mainly what's, going to happen futuristically speaking. So for tonight, for us here in Port-au-Prince, the weather is actually really nice. It's actually really cool. It's a little hot here in the room, but it's really cool. It hasn't been a very hot summer for us here in Port-au-Prince, which I am absolutely not. I'm not like, upset about that. I don't like the heat. Like, I really don't like a lot of heat. But I can tolerate a nice cool breeze, a nice cool evening. It's nice tonight. It was raining, it stopped. I feel like the heavens are blessing me because usually like when it rains, it pours and there's a lot of thunders, and I would have not been able to like be in live with all the thunders. So I always feel like the gods are always blessing me when it's time to do the work for my beloved country. So what is the topic for tonight? Well, first and foremost, I will give you a little bit of an update of Haiti. I will be very honest, guys. I live in Haiti, but it really feels like I don't. Okay, it really feels like I don't. I am really going to attribute it with the preparation that I have been doing, because I was really able to map out Haiti, and despite the chaos that Haiti is currently having, it really feels like I'm going at it like a breeze. Like it's just not really hitting me personally, professionally. It's not. And I can only attribute it to the preparation that I have done. I can attribute it to the fact that I was able to foresee the things that are happening right now. So I was able to make sure that I had kind of like my own preparation. And it's not even really in the matter of Haiti, even if we're thinking about it globally, because I just could not have imagined myself being stuck in the United States with what they have going on over there. I feel like it's really better for us here in Haiti, even with everything that some of you whom are going to watch me are going to say. You're going to ask me, wow, you really feel like it? I'm going to tell you, absolutely. I really feel like this was the best move for myself. I could not have imagined being in the United States from 2020 to 2022. I mean, 2019 was a little chaotic for us here in Haiti. The country was in lockdown for the entire year. In pretty much Haiti's been having a lot of like heavy political shakedown since 2019. I came back to the country in 2018, and December was pretty much dead. So so presently what's going on? Well, presently it looks like the country is going back into a lockdown. It has been the last 2 days since Sunday, actually. There has been very little transportation. The gas stations are closed down. There is absolutely no fuel here for us. I believe last week I said to you on the live that we were at 125 good for $1 American. I spoke to someone this morning who said to me that the dollar was at 135 good for $1 American. Now, for those of you who are really not familiar with for those of you who are really not familiar with Haiti, you would probably question and always ask me, well, why is it that, we are always alarmed when the good is just such a disproportionate? Well, it's because strangely enough, weirdly enough, for over a decade, maybe for the last 40 something years, Haiti, I'm not so sure if it's because Haiti was doing a lot of commerce with the United States. And I remember studying in school that 5 good was equal to $1. And I'm talking about maybe 30 years ago. So it was maybe over 30 years ago, actually. You needed 5 good, which is the currency of Haiti, to equal $1 American. Fast forward to now, we are in 2022. You need 100 as of today, July 13, 2022. You need 135 Haitian good for $1 American. And the reason that I said it's strangely enough is because everything here in Haiti is priced at the American dollar. Almost everything here in Haiti is priced at the American dollar. So Haiti is a country that is in good, but everything is operating with the American dollar. Okay, and you have to remember that Haiti has not had any economic stability for over 10 years, or for maybe over 10 years, but definitely I will say in the last 4 years. Even before that, because the prior government, I remember when I left Haiti in 2017, the good was at maybe 46 and people were screaming. Back then, for 2017, it was maybe 46 good for $1 American. So just imagine that. If even if you're not heavy on economic, listen, I'm not heavy on economics myself, but it's just that the bare minimum, just imagine how much it's costing us here to live in this country. A country that does not have any economic, a country that is non-operational, and you have that our goods are priced at the American dollar, which is one of the highest dollar on the earth globally. I checked now so far, it's kind of like TD. The euro is TD tattering with the dollar. Sometimes the dollar is higher, sometimes the euro is higher. We also have the Swiss franc, but the dollar is still top, so imagine a country like Haiti. Just imagine that. So that is what we're having right now. And pretty much people are unable to do anything because the public transportation, the drivers are doubling up their fees. Now, for those of you who are watching and probably are coming from countries where the government set the price for public transportation, it used to be like that in Haiti, but let's not forget that we don't have currently a government in the country, right? And so the drivers, it's really not a country that, I don't want to say that it's not regulated, but it's just the fact that we are in such a very chaotic moment here that drivers, they're just doing what's in their best interest. So they're pretty much calculating the fees for the passenger based on what they're paying, right? So we have, as far as like public transportation here in Haiti, we have the motorcyclist, and we have the motorcyclists, we have the buses, and we have the tap taps. The most popular ones, I would say, are the tap taps, that are a lot more cheaper than the motorcyclists, but the motorcyclists are quicker, so people take the motorcycle also a lot, well, both of them. So the motorcyclists have definitely tripled their fees. So pretty much, let's just say that, and then there's no fuel at all. So those who are having the fuel, they triple the fees. So people cannot get to their place of work. People are unable to do anything because there's no fuel. And I believe that yesterday the pumps were closed. I have been blessed because I was able to get my errands. I usually am able to get people to come to me, and I was very, very blessed. And I only say so because of the relationship that I cultivate with individuals, because these people also were unable to make it, but they found a way to make it to me. So I am most definitely grateful for that. So that's the current status here in the country. And today there were also a lot of like chaos on the streets. So we are what? We are the midweek. I don't know how the weekend is going to be. Now, when things are happening like that, usually the supermarkets becomes very crowded because the population is afraid that the supermarkets are going to be closed, and people are rushing just to try to see if they can get their house to be stocked up. I witnessed this entire situation in 2019. It was just I don't know how people who have children do it. I really don't know. I don't have any children just yet, but I don't know how they do it, because I have to be honest with yourself, even with me. I live here, but I don't even know how I do it, to tell you the truth. I usually get my things in bulk, and I always, because I saw how the country, when I came in 2018 going into 2019, I saw what the country was. So I never have just like one items in my home, whether it is for my personal care. I really love to stack up, because the reality with living in a country like Haiti, it's that money is really not even a factor. It really isn't, because sometimes you have the money, but you are extremely unable to find certain things. And guys, I'm talking about here, I'm speaking on, individuals. Just imagine people who are sick. Imagine the hospitals. There's no sort of hospital here, at least here in the city. I don't know how the other province are doing. We have about 9 departments or 10 departments here in Haiti. I don't know how they're holding down, but here presently, the last thing that anyone would want in Port-au-Prince is to be going to the hospital. Trust me, it's so much better to have home care services, unless you have like C-sections, or unless you are going for a surgery, which this is not the topic for today. But just imagine, not so long ago, we had a family members, I think it was actually, what are we now? We are in July. I think it was like in February and March, who was hospitalized. When I went to visit that woman, I could not even be baffled. The staff told me not to even be baffled because they actually told me that I'm lucky that some of them are still here at the hospital because they are afraid to come to work, because usually when there's like a case that is very serious, so maybe somebody who needs a blood transfusion, maybe somebody who needs something, and then they don't have it, what usually happens is that the family members get very, very upset, extremely upset, and sometimes these people also turn very violent, right? Because they are angry, which I can understand. I really can understand. So this was just a little bit of a 411 that I really wanted to give in terms of like what's taking place right now here and the country of Haiti for us. And of course, unfortunately, I'm not so sure if you guys are aware, but we have been having for, I would say, when the whole gang started to really become rampart, I would say in the last 4 to 5 years maybe, because it really, you don't know where that okay, maybe I'm trying to figure out if I'm not going astray too much from the topic, and I don't want to make our life too long because I have a lot that I've written out. But we have here in Haiti, we have a lot of gangs. And I say that I don't know where it came because I grew up here in Haiti, and gangs are not something that we ever knew. Haiti has never had any gangs. We don't know where that concept. So I struggle to figure out where the concept of gangs came in Haiti, like where it came. And now what you have, ladies and gentlemen, as I speak to you, you have a situation where people are fleeing. They are leaving entire cities, entire towns, entire neighborhoods are filled up with gangs. People are afraid. They are hearing a lot of gunshots. You hear people dying all the time from, heart failure, blood sugar up, because they are surrounded by these kids. Like I said the last time, they are a bunch of children, that they have been armed, and now they are spreading terror outside. Bunch of kids spreading terror, and these people are fleeing. This is a situation that I have never lived, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm 30 something years old. I've never lived something like this here in Haiti. It really feels like, well, let me not say that, because it feels, it's unbelievable. The police are not saying anything. This morning I asked my friend, I was like, well, because I told you guys I don't do the news. So this morning I asked a friend of mine, I said, who's actually in charge? Like, who's in charge? And my friend said, because I know that they were supposedly, I know that there's like a prime minister. That's what I know. And my friend said to me, oh, well, you're talking about the prime minister? Oh, yeah, he's busy tweeting about other countries and what other countries are going on. Okay. So this is the gruesome news that I bring to you in terms of like what's taking place here for us in the country of Haiti. And now the title of this topic is The Unique Power of Haiti and Its Global Importance. Now, some of you are going to look at me and be like, okay, lady, are you really serious? The unique power of Haiti and its global importance? Please enlighten us in terms of what you're saying. Well, I have been doing a lot of studies of Haiti since my return, which is over 11 years ago. And I always, question, because I grew up with Haiti being in chaos. And I've never known Haiti to be a peaceful country. I've never really known Haiti to be a smooth country. Never. This is why perhaps as Haitian people are always going to feel like we're resilient. But really, many of us grew up and lived in eras that are dreadful, so we've learned to live with the worst. And that has always been my life here in Haiti. I've never known Haiti to be peaceful. Absolutely never. So I've always been very, very passionate when it came to politics in Haiti, and when it came to understanding, okay, what's really taking place. And I love to go in the back end. So between the years of 2014 and 2015, around that time, Haiti wasn't really going into such madness. But of course, there's always a little something going on. It's always some type of political instabilities for us here in the countries. And there's always different type of hands. Now, Haiti has deep relationship with the United States of America, but the relationship, I would say, a very toxic, a relationship of exploitation. That's the relationship that Haiti has with the United States of America. It has been like this for decades. These are the United States of America, not only them, Canada and France as well. These countries have it's kind of like gang up on Haiti and enjoyed their supreme power. But they've also done that with the support and the collaboration of the dirty politicians that they've always elected and supported. If you want to know more about some of these topics, I invite you to go into my YouTube channel over at Daisy Love 83, where I speak of a certain type of topics over there. So that's really the only, in terms of superpower, if we're thinking about geographically where Haiti is located, correct? We are here in the Caribbean. We have next to us, we have, of course, our neighbors, which is the Dominican Republic. We have Jamaica, that is not so far from us. We have Cuba, that is not so far from us. But in terms of bigger countries that are surrounding us, we have the beast. I call them the beast, which is the United States of America. And you have Canada. You also have France. Now, these countries have always teamed up to keep Haiti in a state of poverty. It always has been that. They enjoy it because they are able to make a lot of money off of the chaos that they are, providing. People who never know will always say, why are the Haitian always feeling that the United States is heavy? It is. It's kind of like, this is why I say it's such a very toxic relationship. Because the funny thing, or not even the funny thing, what would be the word that I would use? It's kind of like, when you think about someone like myself, right? Here I am, I'm telling you that the United States is having a toxic relationship. But yet again, I was born in that country. I went to school in that country, right? So this is the reality for the majority of the Haitians. This is why I say this is such a bad cycle that we have with them. Because when I came back to Haiti over 10 years ago, I had to relearn my own country, and I'm still relearning the country, because having had that opportunity granted to be in the US and to finish my studies over there, also lived over there, it gave me a perspective that is just not the perspective of the Haitian people, not even in terms of a lifestyle. These are two different countries that are operating differently Haiti does not have the same lifestyle as that of the United States of America. The communities in Haiti do not work like that. The people in Haiti do not think like that. It's so different in terms of livelihood. And I had to relearn every step of the way, even as far as buying anything really. Because what happens here, when you come from abroad and you come back to your country, you're perceived as a diaspora. So people do not ever try to do business with you as a local person. People try to do business with you as a foreign person, which should never be the case, because let's just say that even if I went to study over there, I'm still coming back to my own country and I'm still local. But it's not the case. So this was one of the main reasons that even when I came here, I always end up staying in Haiti for a maximum of 3 years, 4 years before I decide to travel back. Why? I always do so because I hate the back and forth. I'm already appearing foreign to certain people, right? And just if I were traveling constantly, it would have been too much of a hassle. And also, when I'm able to stay here in the country and when I'm able to move around and when I'm able to live here in the country, I'm able to grasp the way that the country is functioning. Also, people are able to trust me because they see me constantly. They see me on the streets. They see me everywhere. They see me on the marché. They see me going about my business. So they figure out that it's just my style. So now they don't really look at me foreign. They just look at me like, okay, you know, that's probably the way that she is. That's her style. So people starts to trust you, and I'm able to now do business with the Haitian people as a local person. This is one of the reasons when people say, oh, why don't you travel? I really don't want to have that hassle. You know, I'm fortunate enough to have family members who are able to travel. I'm able to order stuff, the things that I can't find here in this country, or the things that are just too expensive, right? So this is just to give you a little bit of an in-depth in terms of like the cycle that we have here in Haiti as Haitian people. And I don't even want to go into the fact that now, because of this chaos that Haiti is having, people are not only fleeing, but the United States is making it a lot more easier for people to have visas. They definitely, now I didn't do my research for that because that really that's not the topic, but it's still part of what we're going to talk about, because what the United States is doing now, they know that Haiti is in a state of chaos. They know that people are fleeing, and the good thing that they are doing for us Haitian people is, I believe that in their whole visa system, they have something now where it's kind of like if you apply for a family member, let's say that I were to be over there and I applied for my parents, right? The processes that they have now is that once everything is paid for and once the paperwork are already there, they're already processed. So let's just say that my parents were to know that, okay, you know, there's great probability that they are going to receive their residency or a visa. They definitely give you the option to travel and wait for your papers over there. Of course, because you know they are the biggest businessmen that they are, there is fees for that. Now, as I mentioned to you, I didn't do my research. I know of these things because this is how the majority of my families, they are fleeing Hades. My aunts, they have applied for a lot of their family members, and these people traveled while awaiting for, you know, their papers to come, right? So how do I feel about that? Now, you know, for people who are, you know, thinking on the surface, they're probably going to feel like, oh, that is so much better. Me, I'm not looking at it like that. Okay. For me, I'm not thinking to myself that that is so much better. I'm thinking to myself that economically speaking, that is a lot of money, because the amount of people, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to the U.S. Embassy primarily to flee Haiti is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous at this point. Not only in the United States, of course, I've recently heard about a boat that just, how do you say phenoflash? That just kind of like, not crumble. The English word, right? The English word, sink. Excuse me. A boat that sank, and they had 72 people on them, and I believe they were going to, was it Puerto Rico? And it sank, and I think 12 people died. Now this is from Haiti. Of course, I tell you again and again that I don't do the news, so I cannot report of the dreadful news that is currently happening. So what is the behind the scene of this madness that we are living here in Haiti? That is definitely unbearable. I'm going to say to you, weren't it for the fact that people were so afraid, and that people were actually dying, I would have really said that this would be like a very comical situation, like a bad comics, or just like a very distasteful jokes. Unfortunately, people are dying by the day. There are cities where people cannot leave. The school year was horrific, horrendous. I teach as well. I just could not imagine myself teaching in these conditions here in Haiti. Just the level of stress that you have to endure, the level of stress as an individual, as a teacher, as an academics, but also the level of stress from making sure that your students are actually getting the information, making sure that the students are actually passing on. I can only imagine. So now, last time that we talked about, I can't remember, I think we talked about the shakedown. This was the topic that we talked about. So fast forward to everything that I'm saying to you now, okay? And now before I do that, let me just start to get very comfortable with you, because I'm going to go into my intuition. I'm going to start really getting into the topic with you. So let's go back into my memory lane. So 2019, I come to Haiti. The country is in a total lockdown. We still have the president of Haiti. The president of Haiti is really unable to govern with these guys, right? When I say with these guys, I'm talking about people. Okay, so basically Haiti definitely has a president, the legislature, the senators, and everything else, but they don't really weight a lot in the balance. Even the president of Haiti does not. Why? Because they don't have any money, right? So the whole governmental, it's just a mockery. It's excruciating mockery. You don't have any money, you don't have any strategy, you don't have any allies, you are not in power. And as I just discussed with you, these guys always ally themselves with the United States of America, who is not your allies. They are your supreme people who just want to oppress you. That's just the reality of things, right? So now you have the president of Haiti who's unable to govern with these guys. These guys meaning the guys that helped put him in power. He was having some major issues with it. Why was the president of Haiti having some major issues? In my opinion, this is from my own perspective. It's because he really wanted to make concrete change, and they were not going to let him make concrete change. Why? They were not, because they want to be in power. I'm talking about when you're thinking about what makes a country run, you have the electricity. You only have like one company that was holding down the electricity. You have the roads, right? You have the communication. These are the top and the main things that make any country able to function. If you don't have access to electricity, then you can't have access to proper communication. You can't have access to water. You have bad roads, so you don't have transport. These are the main things that a country needs. And from my lifetime, I've never known Haiti to have these things stably. Like, we've never had 24 hours electricity. There has always been a shortage of electricity here in Haiti. And it's just like, I don't get it, right? And also, no electricity, then no running waters. There are places, I remembered in 2010 when I actually first came back to Haiti, I had to leave in Léogane. This is where I was stationed outside of Port-au-Prince. And I was stationed there, right? Guys, there was no water, meaning they were actually paying people to go to the source, to go to kind of like to the lakes, to bring buckets of waters on top of their heads to us in the house. These people had to walk miles away. Now, I grew up with my parents always feeling like we were privileged, and when we didn't bring excellent report card, they were very upset with us, and they would sit there and lecture us about everything that they had to endure when they were children before they went to school. And when I went there in 2010, I was just at loss of words, because I felt that this was the life that my parents were talking about. But my parents, so that means that the country has not progressed in 100 years. Haiti has been freed for 200, and I can't even recall, 220 something years of free country, and you have not made any progress. This is heavily alarming. So 2019, like I said to you before, the country is going into madness. The president is really unable to hold it together. They are equipping the gangs, and all you have is lockdown after lockdown. Feels as if the president doesn't even have a say, and he was pretty quiet. Fast forward to 2020, he still's come out. He's trying. But what is he trying to do? He's really trying to make change. And everything is against him. Time is against him, because he was definitely supposed to be out of, like, his stay would have been done, because it's 5 years in Haiti. He got in 2017. He would have been out in 2022, February 7th, so this year. So I'm talking about, he knew that he had a shortage of time. Now, I was really doubtful in terms of like thinking that he was going to be able to make the elections. I really was doubtful because of the way that I saw that things were coming. But then, because he held down for so long, 2019, I really felt like he was going to step down. I really was under that impression that he was going to step down, but he did not. Okay, he did not. And 2020, you know, with the corona, things calmed down a little bit, but then by the summertime they were at it. It's kind of like they were really trying to force him, but he was really trying to show them otherwise. But unfortunately, the president of Haiti had too many things at odd with him. You know, he had too many things at odd with him. So that battle, he was unable to win the battle. He was really unable to win that battle. Now, why, when the assassination happened, it changed my life forever. Personally, which I'm not going to discuss with you because you guys are not here for that. But it changed my life because I could not imagine that a president would die right in his home, in a house filled with security guards. And still today, quote unquote, no one knows what happened to him. Now, ladies and gentlemen, We are going to go deep and we are going to look into that. And this is why I said the unique power of Haiti. I knew that with the assassination of the president of Haiti, that was just a world turning point. As soon as it happened, like I said to you, my life changed. I knew that for that to happen, now I was expecting a coup d'etat. Let me be honest with you. I was still paying attention, and I said to myself, he has a lot of grips. He has a lot of balls, if I may say. He's still at it. So I didn't know which card that he had at hand. However, I knew that he had a lot against him. I was expecting at any given point to wake up one morning and to find out that he had been put into exile. Because at the end of the day, what I started to see is that I noticed that he just was not into leaving the country on his own will. He was not. President Aristide, former President Jean-Bertrand Aristide, was taken into exile twice. And he did worse than this president. He was extremely vocal as to his animosity toward the United States of America. Extremely vocal. Now, they definitely made a rage war here in Haiti, and they came and they, mosquitoes, and they came and they took him out. So why is it that this president was assassinated instead of taken into exile? Les enjeux, the cards were too heavy. The cards that he was dealing with was too heavy. If you don't do in-depth analysis, global politics, if you don't know about global politics, then you're not going to see where I'm going with this, right? Like I said to you, let's go backwards. Former President Jean-Bertrand Aristide was taken twice into exile. The second time around, they waged war. I remember that vividly. I was still in the US back then, but the Haiti was front page of everywhere. They came down to Haiti when they definitely helped the situation that Haiti was having, and then when it was too much to bear, when people died and they just couldn't do anything, they came down. When I say they, I'm talking about, the beast, the United States of America. They came down to Haiti and they took him out. So has the former president of Haiti who's been assassinated, has he been vocal against the United States? He has not. I do believe that in 2018, if my memory is correct, or 2019, Haiti, there were, it wasn't the CARICOM, I can't recall, it was kind of like a meeting amongst countries, and they needed a certain amount of vote for Venezuela, and Haiti voted, and the last president was in power. He actually gave out a vote in favor of the United States of America, which eliminated Venezuela, where Venezuela has been a long-term partner of Haiti. And they actually have given Haiti a lot of money through the Petro-Caribbean Fund. They have loaned Haiti a lot of money, which was one of the very heavy topic for a group of Haitians who are asking where did that money go. Now, of course, I covered that topic over on my YouTube page. You can go and, hear it out, the perspective over there. So why the assassination? Why the assassination? Like I said to you before in the last video, when I talked about the shakedown, I said that the United States government was heavily involved into the assassination of the president of Haiti. I am extremely certain of that. And one of the reasons is that I know that there is there is absolutely no way that an assassination of that caliber would take place in the backyard of the United States and they would not be involved. That would be really crazy. One way or another, they are together with those who have wanted to take the president out. And I believe that they were successful at it because he definitely made a lot of enemies, right? So now I talked a little bit about China, and I said to you guys that I believe that I don't know how to say it in English. We say les enjeux. So it's kind of like the cards were too heavy. The president of Haiti, in my opinion, was dealing with a lot of heavy cards. And those who knew, and they just felt like we have to take him out. Let's talk about China, right? In the year 2013, the Chinese government decided to take on a project. And what is that project? That project is actually to put together some type of road where countries could link up. So China is definitely not close to us. However, through their program, they are seeking to connect countries together. And what is that program, ladies and gentlemen? The program is called the Belt Road Initiative Program, right? And you can do some research, some back-end research into that program. Now, in that program, what the Chinese government seeks to do is they come to countries like Haiti, so countries that are quote unquote poor, countries that have bad leadership and bad government. And what they do with these countries is that they are giving them a certain type of loans, right? So they're taking on a certain type of loans. And what they do is that they are supporting these countries. Now, when they give out these loans to these countries, they also get something in return. But through their Beltwood Initiative programs, they are coming to these countries and they are opening the roads, they are opening certain things, right? In 2021 or the beginning, either 2020 or 2021, the president of Haiti kept voicing to the population how they could, because we were having, the government of Haiti at the time, I think it was 2020 actually, was having a major issues with one of the companies of electricity here in Haiti. And, he really wanted the owner of the company to come forth to being judged. He said that the company had stolen a lot of money from the government and that they had not done their duties and their jobs, and that the owners of the company had invested money into other countries. So the owner of the company had to flee the country. And when he fled the country, we went in a total blackout for months. I'm talking about we were in total blackouts for 2.5 months, over 2.5 months. And, I was very taken by that as well, because I could not understand that only one electricity company was not only here in Haiti, but also that if that company, but let's just say that they didn't have that issues together among themselves, like the owner of that company and the Haitian government. Let's just say that they didn't have that issue amongst themselves, right? Let's just say that the owner of the company had just decided that he no longer wanted to operate in Haiti. So that means that Haiti would have not had any electricity. I also covered that topic over on my YouTube channel. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Haitian president was speaking to the population, and he was voicing to the population that we would have access to 24 hours electricity. Now, people were just really mocking him. They were making a lot of fun about him. They were saying that he was crazy. They were saying a lot of things. But I really like to look at things differently. So when he kept saying to the population, there were two major things that he spoke about that raised my alarm, that let me know that China was here, like the Chinese government was in place, like they were waiting to back Haiti, right? The very first thing is that statement. He was very sure about it. There was a certain assertiveness about him when he talked about the fact that, the country was going to have access to 24 electricity. Now, we are talking about the population of Haiti, the day-to-day. These people don't really do global politics. Out of like all of us here in Haiti, maybe less than 1% do global politics. So people who are aware of the Belt Road Initiative program, of what China is doing, is really people that are in business, right? So people that could take a big loss. So for him to come out and say, hold up, guys, Haitian people, don't worry, very soon Haiti is going to have 24 alarm electricity. Automatically, people who are in business are looking at it like, okay, it's either we're missing something or this guy is really crazy. But then, of course, even if they were not aware, which I'm pretty sure that they are aware, the fact that he went at one of the top companies for electricity definitely let you know that he really knew that he could prosecute that company, because there was something in the back end, there was something in the background. Okay? The second thing, before he died, remember in the beginning of the video, I talked to you about the fact that the Haiti was operating with the dollar, and we don't make the dollar. Like, we made the good, but everything was in the dollar. I think it must have been 2020 or 2019, one of these years. The president of Haiti, I think it was during the summer of 2019, if I'm correct. Still, it was still madness, because, there's nothing to do here in Haiti. So summertime in Haiti is always a time for people to equip these kids that have nothing better to do, because they don't have schools. They don't have anything in place for youth. So what better things to do than to equip them with money and to give them guns so that they can, spread havoc in the country. So that's usually summertime in Haiti. That's what's going on. But anywho, I was telling you guys that in summer 2019, I think it was one of these summer 2019, the president in Haiti actually said that he no longer wanted to have the American dollar circulating. That raised my alarm. Economically speaking, it's excellent, because which country operates the way that Haiti operates? I mean, please let me know. A country that operates at the rate of another country, one of the top countries. So in Haiti, you are getting paid, which this is one of the reasons that I've always been extremely vocal in certain things, because my choice is to live in my country. I want to be here. However, the conditions to live in Haiti is just not possible. So I could either do two things: shut up, live at a somewhat level. But what level, ladies and gentlemen? You make money, the Haitian make money in good, but they spend in dollar. Imagine that. You make the money at the good, but you're spending the money at the dollar. Okay. So when the president of Haiti came out and he said that he no longer wanted the dollar to circulate, that raised my alarm. I said, hold up. No. He definitely went. Now, when he said that, strangely enough, the currency dropped. I have my windows open over here. because it's very hot, but I'm trying to also, because it's already nighttime and I want to make sure that I don't have any animals that are trying to come here. So this is what we're having. So when he said that, it raised my alarm again. And what took place is that, that's what they usually do. The dollar went down. It went down. Maybe, I can't remember. It must have been like maybe 60 good. It went down 55. Then it just gradually, it was dropping. But then, the commerçants, which are the people who do commerce here in Haiti, of course, it went back up. It's not going to be, it's possible to do something like that. It's very possible to do something like that. However, if you want to do it, it's not to announce. These are not things that you just announce. It's just it's not plausible like this, in my opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not own any degrees in economy. Trust me, I know very little about economy. These are just, in my opinion, just basic things. I live here in this country. I just, know these are basic things, like when I'm analyzing things to do. Right? Why am I saying that it's not plausible? It's not plausible because Haiti does not produce anything. So there's no exchange market. There's no value in the market, exchange market, right? This is it. I'm coming here. I'm giving you something. Hopefully you're going to share this live. You're going to spread the word. It's a give and take. That's just the way it is. It's a give and take, right? Haiti does not produce anything. We are not producing anything. Haiti was heavy in the export business of cacao. Haiti was heavy in the business export of sugar cane. Haiti was heavy in the exportation of coffee. We have not done so in 50 years. We are dependent, totally dependent on the United States to ship down their nasty pesticide food to us. And we have a bunch of empty lands because the agriculture is not really moving. We don't have the agriculture is not really moving. So because we don't have any agriculture, we are not producing anything. We are sitting here and being into the dominance of the United States of America, right? So if you don't have any exchange, if you don't have any import export, ladies and gentlemen, that means what? That means that economically speaking, your money is not valuable. The good is no longer valuable. So for me, when the president of Haiti said that he no longer wanted the American dollar to circulate, immediately I knew that something else was in the background, but I knew that the way that he went about it was not the correct way. A lot of the change that the president wanted to put in effect, he would have not been able to put them in effect because the country was too much into a mess, right? You have to know when you or your government or you as a person cannot really make the change. But what you can do is you can prepare for the next person who is coming in to make the change that you want to. For example, my YouTube channel is there, but I've always known that it would be for the next generation. The videos that I have made would empower these people because I didn't have that when I came here. I didn't have these videos I came back into my country and I was totally at loss, right? So that means that the videos that I made, that's for the next people that are coming in. Now they have that. That's how you make preparation. A lot of the time, the change that you want to see, you're not going to benefit from that, right? It's going to be for the next generation. And with Haiti, we have been in such deep hole that the people of Haiti have to put in their mind that whatever government is here and whatever government that is going to come is not going to be able to make changes in 5 years. Haiti is too much in a state of chaos. 5 years is not enough. 20 years is not enough. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take a lot of time. However, even when it takes time, what will need to be is that you need to have these preparation. You need to have people who know how to govern. So these are the two top things that the former president of Haiti spoke on that led me to believe that China was here in Haiti, that the Chinese government was definitely here in Haiti. Now, fast forward to his assassination, and I was like, okay, 1 and 1 equals 2. 1 and 1 equals 2. I was telling you about what not necessarily alarmed me, but what definitely gave me into the fact that the Chinese government was here, right? So in this part of the video, I did write a couple of notes, which I am going to share with you. But just imagine, okay? Imagine, ladies and gentlemen, we all can do a little bit of an analysis. Excuse me, I have something that's just like right here. Imagine China here in Haiti. Imagine China's presence roaming and roaming around and awaiting to have a government for them to propose something to Haiti. My take on things is that China had already reached out. China had already been here. And I heavily believe that they were in talks with the president of Haiti. I believe that they were in talks with the president of Haiti. And I believe that the former president that got assassinated, spoke too fast. He alarmed them. And my Haitian culture, right? I grew up with my Haitian parents, of course, my aunties and everything. They always caution us. If you are very much a Haitian person, you know what I'm talking about. They always caution us from talking too fast. Papali. Papali zafo. Padimun zafo. You know, that's really heavy in our culture. They caution us about speaking ahead of your time, and I grew up like that I remember the times where I was just a little girl and I took piano lesson, I went to theater school, I went to dance school. You know, I was involved in a lot of activities. In the summertime, we traveled. But my mother always cautioned us. You know how it is when you have such a full summer vacation or just a full, and my mother would constantly caution us into talking about our extracurricular activities at school. She didn't really want that, you know, especially, you know, I went to the Catholic school. Well, partially to the Catholic school. I was expelled. Of course, I was expelled. The president of Haiti spoke ahead of his time. He alerted his enemies, and one of the top enemies being the United States of America, and he had already a lot of trouble here in Haiti, and it was just a matter of time. It was easy for them to take him out, and it's easy for them to just rub off and pass on the assassination, kind of like just just do what they're doing now. I don't know what's going on. I don't listen to the news. Unfortunately, he's dead. And that was the one thing that you should never do in a country like Haiti. You don't die anywhere. If you can escape, you make sure that you do, because we have a saying in French. It is called les morts en tort. If you're gone, you're gone. If you're gone, you're gone. That's the one thing that you should never do. Do not let them kill you. So in my opinion, that's what happened. I really believe that he was in the talks with China, and by certain action that he was taking, and he was so firm with this action, it alerted his enemies. And one of the reasons that I say that the United States is heavily involved into this assassination, first and foremost, is because I know for a fact that no such operation would have been able to be done. They were in on it. They co-signed it. They were okay with it. I'm very certain. And one of the reasons that, in my opinion, they were very okay with it is because they would be damned, oh my God, if China were to be here in Haiti at their back corner. Oh my God, it would have been a done deal, and I believe that it will be a done deal for them. Whether they like it or not, it is going to take place. They are playing heavy. Everything that's going on right now, they are very much involved with it, because they do not want for the Chinese government to be here. Listen, they are raging war. Haiti is the perfect country for China to be in. Perfect. Why? It's empty country. Just imagine that. Imagine, well, first and foremost, if China were to ever watch this, I would always make sure that they are being very careful, because none of these, I don't even know what to call these individuals. I don't even want to call them, we're going to call them these it, like it, we're going to call them it. None of these it that are really holding this position governmental wise, they would never be the people that China would need, the government that China would need, because they would splurge. First of all, they are, in my opinion, very illiterate. They're dumb. They don't have anything going on. They just there's nothing about them. So they don't even know about the belt. They don't even know what they're doing here. Let's not turn this into something else. But anyways, China's presence here in the country, just imagine that, guys. Okay, now I have to read this and I have to make it fast. But imagine China being here and opening the Haiti with the Belt and Road Initiative program. That means, remember what I told you. Remember, in the first videos, I said to you, the basic things that we need for any country to function, Haiti doesn't have, which is what? Haiti doesn't have any electricity. Haiti doesn't have any roads. Haiti doesn't have any communication. When you don't have these things, who can come? I remember President Martelly was saying how Haiti was open for business. And I really believe that he really thought that Haiti was open for business, maybe because when he came into power, he saw certain things that I knew about Haiti. But Haiti is open to business. How is Haiti open to business when you don't have electricity? How is Haiti open for business when you don't have any communication? How, ladies and gentlemen, if I'm able to be here with you guys and able to diffuse this information to you, is because at least I have electricity and I have access to the internet. So you guys are going to be able to watch this. let's just say that I was able to let's just say that I knew all of this information, but I was unable to diffuse this information for you. So China's presence here, imagine that. I want that to sink in. Imagine China's presence in a country like Haiti. Right here. That means that, first of all, geographically speaking, Haiti is one of the countries in the Caribbean that is positions the best. The best. Imagine Haiti doing a little bit of working with Chinese government and opening some doors for a naval base here. Imagine China deciding to open the road in the maritime port, and now you have other access for Haiti to do business, because guess what? As we would say in Creole, nous pas soumoun là en Haïti. Nous pas soumoun parce que à qui a fait business avec Américain, yo pas fait business avant, c'est tuer, couper. Right? Haiti does business with who? Haiti does not do business. Haiti only does business with the Dominican Republic, and they are on top of us. They are on top of us. But imagine China being here and supporting Haiti now and opening maritime ports. So now we have more access. Now we have access to perhaps other countries. Just imagine that. Just imagine that. So this is why this was, in my opinion, one of the top reasons that the former president was taken out. It's because I believe that he was already in the talks with China. The Americans know everything. China is their rival. They do not want, they see how much China is growing in power, and they don't want that. They don't want that by any means. So imagine China here in Haiti and the United States have winds of it. Oh my God. I'm pretty sure that their government is more than deep into what we have here. People fleeing the country, gangs, violence, shakedown, no government. Of course not. Because whatever government is going to be here, they probably want to make sure that it's going to be their own people. But I'm sorry to say that it's not. Believe me, it's over. It's over. So now let's go into the notes and let me read for you what I wrote. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I wrote these in red. I'm only putting out this disclaimer because I'm very good at reading. Very good at reading. But I put these in red because this was not the route that I was going to take. Actually, I was working on putting videos out, but I changed and the information came and I decided to open a Instagram page. So it's going to take me a minute because I wear glasses and I am not wearing any glasses tonight because I'm wearing my lashes. Okay, so let's go. So I said 1. Haiti is an untapped country filled with mineral resources. Some of these untapped resources include gold, oil, uranium, and copper, to name a few. With each of these minerals, Haiti's potential is unmatched in terms of prosperity, nationally, regionally, and internationally. 2. Haiti's virginity is the ultimate step up. I'm so sorry, guys. Haiti's virginity is the ultimate stepping stone for individuals businesses and countries that would be willing to invest in one or two of these areas, which could lead to major benefits and a mid to long-term goals. Number 3, the Belt Road Initiative Program, to name just one thing, will open roads for many to seek opportunities in such a rich soil. Commerce will be feasible regionally, internationally, nationally with the Belt Road Initiative Program. 4. The present chaos is a systematic plan to destroy the majority of Haiti's population. The complete destabilization of the government, the arming of the people, creating gangs in almost all areas to torment and scare away at people, all is a very strategic move to create dissolvement. 5. With the Chinese government behind, the same major deals are being conducted. However, the United States of America, the Dominican Republic, and Canada, to name just a few, are heavily involved in making sure that China doesn't get too involved with Haiti. No government includes no policy making, include no contracts being open, includes major underhandling and major trafficking. 6. The behind the scene of Haiti's chaos involved electricity contracts, road and ports, all getting ready to be created through China's Belt Initiative Road Program. 7. Each of these creations will propel Haiti into the 21st century. The creation of road and ports will give global investors the opportunity to visit and invest into the country. It will also bring back the majority of the Haitian diaspora, which constitutes such major workforce for other countries. These loops will be pretty heavy. These losses will be pretty heavy for these countries while automatically reinforcing Haiti's economy. The clock is ticking, and it is only a matter of time before the veil will be lifted. Ask yourself, where do you want to be when the event of the world is finally shifting? So this is the note that I had written down for you, ladies and gentlemen, and the matter of why, in my opinion, I believe that Haiti is definitely a key important factor into the new world order that's going on, and God willing that the Chinese government is able to work and Haiti is able to enter partnership with China, and we are able to enter and have the Belt Road Initiative Program. It will be a complete paradigm shift. These people that are fighting tooth and nails to govern Haiti would not be here. Those that always have certain type of contracts, whether it is contracts that involve
roads, whether it is contracts that involve electricity, all of these major contracts, these people will no longer be the only people to have that. Haiti will be proper because you have the maritime base. We don't have any naval base. We don't have anything. And we don't even have a police force. I tell you, the gangs are surrounding the city and the police is unable to do anything because they don't have the equipment that these gangs are having. And I share with you that these were children. So imagine that. That's what I have for you for tonight. I stayed a lot longer than last night, but usually I get extremely passionate when I talk. I want to make sure that people are really understanding what's going on. If you are watching me and you are a Haitian diaspora and you have family here in Haiti, what you need to do is just to make sure that people are prepared. Preparation is key in life. One of the reasons that I am able to sit here with you and to diffuse this news for you, not only to diffuse the news, but one of the main reasons that I'm able to be so poised is because the work has been done. For the last 7-8 years of my life, I just have been studying in Haiti and I knew that there was going to be a shift. Now, I was not privy to China's Beltward Initiative not until 2018. I actually have about 3 videos on my YouTube channel that I made in the year 2015. Each of them targeting and speaking of what would be major if Haiti were to align itself with China and possibly Russia. And here I was, unbeknownst to me, I didn't know that. Now, I made these videos in 2015. I had no clue that China had already started the Beltward Initiative program. I was made privy of that information in 2018. So imagine that. I was right on track with my intuition and with the events of the world. So this to say that as you are going to be watching these videos, I want you to be aware that I am conducting business consultation for the country of Haiti. The key is preparation. You have to make sure as you are watching this is to be blindsided by what is going on, because once the veil is lifted, many will not be able to come here because you will have too much of an afflux of bigger investors, global investors. This is why I'm here. People think I'm so crazy to be here, but no, because once you step out and you have the veil that is lifted and you have all the big guys that are coming in, you are not, you're going to get lost in the sauce, as we say. But me being here, it gives me a lot more leverage. It helps me to maneuver the country. And when these big investors are coming in, the contracts are going to be coming in. I'm going to be here to help support them, to help them maneuver for my beloved country. So, if you want to be prepared, do not forget that I am open. I have a consulting firm. I operate and I run consultation in the matter of doing business in Haiti. So I am open to anyone. It does not matter your status. If you are a large company and you need more information, we are here. If you are just an individual and you want some information, we are here. It does not matter the status. I am just here positioned to help and to support those people that really want to enter the market in Haiti. The consultation is very in-depth. I do business consultation in the matter of doing business. I also talk about, we also have a subject, which is the acquisition of lands, because what I found out is a lot of time people who want to do business, they actually want to acquire lands. And this is, believe me, the best time to buy lands in Haiti because people are fleeing. So you have emptiness all over this country. In less than 2 years, it's not going to be like that. Even as I speak to you, the lands are going like crazy, but you have to go far. So if you want to know more, if you have questions that you want to ask pertaining to Haiti, Do not forget, submit your email, dlconsulting83@gmail.com. That is dlconsulting83@gmail.com. Do not forget that I also have a YouTube channel. I have not been present on it. It's really because of the state of the country. I want to limit my time, because making videos, it's a lot, and I just feel like, ooh, I don't want the stress. But I have a excellent playlist over there that you are going to find if you go on my YouTube at Daisy Love 83. You're going to find a lot more information, and you also might just learn a little bit more about who I am and the work that I've been doing here in my country. Thank you so much for watching. Now for our next meetup, it's going to be next Wednesday again at 9:30 p.m. God willing. And this time around, I am going to be speaking about the acquisition of lands. That is going to be the topic for our next meetup, which is going to be next Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. God willing. Thank you so much for everyone who is going to watch this. The live is not full, but I like it like that because then I can focus a lot more on what I'm saying. Thank you so much, guys, and I shall see you next Wednesday. Bye.